Talk to the emissary. Okay, where's that? Okay, it's like here. Is it here? Talk to the emissary. Where is that? Oh, okay. That seems like such a weird, oddball place to put them. Bah, 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 bah. I just got this choice where I got to pick between the emissary and the hunter or neither, and I chose neither. What's the ramifications of the choice? I don't remember the end of this game, even though I beat it in the last year. Okay. Brutal final boss battle. The persuasion option. Bypassing if you don't feel like dealing with a chaotic pull a sponge boss fight against two Starborn at once. Your choice still allows for a peaceful out because your character's weapon is so high for rejecting them both. You get a unique, incredibly high difficulty persuasion check right before the final battle. If you pass it, you can literally convince both the hunter and the emissary to stand down and hand over their effects by fire a single shot. It is the definitive indie freedom ending. Get ready for hell of a fight at the buried temple, or make sure your apparel and drugs are boosted for a massive persuasion check. Okay, well, I don't care about fighting them. That's fine. That was cool. Do I get their ship? Wait. Sprain? Wait. Oh. Okay. I can't have it? Okay. Okay, well, I'm going to come back to the rest of this tomorrow. I'm going to listen to this while I post videos.
It was found that McDonald's had carried out research already, which found that customers intend to consume the coffee immediately while driving. Duh. No shit. I could have told you that. McDonald's had also received advice from consultants that high temperatures are necessary in brewing to fully extract the flavor. Okay, are we really sommeliers when it comes to cafe, baby? Okay, are we really purporting to state that McDonald's is just the creme de la creme, the cream of the crop when it comes to a black cup of coffee? I think we should lower our standards a bit. Lower that temp, bouquet, okay? I don't think people will suddenly stop buying your coffee because they're like, ooh, the flavor profile just like really isn't hitting for me. I think we're all getting McDonald's black coffee for reasons that have very little to do with taste, to be frank. And hopefully we can drown it out with a cream and chug, as Stella was doing. Can we be serious? I hate corporate greed. They don't give a fuck about flavor. I think they were just lazy. I think they just didn't want to waste the paper and ink it would take to print off new company goddamn manual. Because Lord knows in 1992, you couldn't just send a damn email and have every manager of every franchise in America just be in the know, right? Have a little jingle and go, okay, period. Got the email. Thank you so much. No. Snail mail back then, okay? Email existed. Okay, not at every franchise in Mickey D's, especially not in Albuquerque, New Mexico, okay? I guarantee they just didn't want to waste the damn postage. And so Stella and over 700 other people took the L for that. Permanent disfigurement. Oof. Outrageous scalding, if you will. Keep in mind that water boils at 212 degrees Fahrenheit. So the reason for preparing the coffee at near boiling temperatures was to optimize the taste, allegedly. Besides, 1 billion annual McDonald's coffee drinkers cannot all be wrong, can they? No, but you can be. McDonald's indeed knew that its coffee was being served at extremely hot temperatures, given the 700 plus incidents and claims that they were paying over $500,000 in settlements of people saying, hey, 3rd-degree burns over here, what the hell? But, market research told them that McDonald's customers, quote, wanted hot coffee, they want it steamy hot, and they expect to get it that way, end quote. McDonald's indifference to customer safety is evident in the following testimony from McDonald's quality assurance manager. Question from the lawyer: isn't it a fact that back in 1988, when I showed you the pictures of the young lady that was burned in that situation, that you were appalled and surprised that coffee could cause that kind of burn? Witness: yes, I had never seen photographs like that before. Lawyer: all right, in those 6 years, you still have not attempted yourself or know of anyone within the corporation that has attempted to find out the rate of speed, the lack of margin of safety in serving coffee at this temperature, right? Witness: no, we have not. McDonald's continued to demonstrate this same corporate indifference. McDonald's human factors engineer, Dr. P. Robert Naff, did them no favors, testified that the number of hot coffee burns that occur are, quote, statistically insignificant when compared to the billion cups of coffee McDonald's sells annually. Oh, we're going with numbers? Ooh, how did you not? This is the defense expert. These are people they are calling to the stand, like thinking the jury's really they're gonna buy this. Well, why wouldn't the jury want to just increase shareholder value? Why would shareholder value care about a measly 700 people being permanently disfigured by our coffee? Who gives a fuck? We're going to win this, you guys. Oh my God. This callousness was further demonstrated by the testimony of McDonald's quality assurance manager, again, who's just batting 1,000 here at this trial. Question by the lawyer: so a fair way to assess your reasoning is a few people are being seriously burned with deep 2nd and 3rd-degree burns requiring hospitalization, but out of the billions of cups of coffee we sell, there's not been enough burn to where we need to stop selling it that hot? Answer from the witness, quote, there's a very low probability of an accident as a result of using the product, and we know that the customers want the product hot. So we are at this time continuing with our current practice. Question: Mr. Appleton, do you know how McDonald's Corporation informs itself of the severity of the burns that are recorded on Plaintiff's Exhibit number 3? Do you know what they do to ascertain how serious those burns are? Witness: I'm not intimately familiar with the process. I believe it's handled through our insurance company. Lawyer: so for you to say that you haven't formulated a conclusion that there have been enough severe burns to warrant turning down the temperature on your coffee, you are speaking without knowledge of the extent and severity of the burns that were reflected in those computer printouts. Is that right? Witness: I think that I don't think we have a good measure of the severity of each of these. Lawyer: well, I'm curious because I've shown you recordations here of some 700 people here that have been burned. Obviously, to you, 700 people burned is not a significantly high enough number to turn down the heat. Do you have in mind a number of how many people would have to be burned for you to become so concerned that you would insist that burn specialists be consulted and something be done to sell this coffee at a lower temperature? Witness: no, I don't have a number in mind. At trial, McDonald's also argued that Liebeck contributed to her own injuries by placing the coffee cup between her legs and by not removing her clothing promptly after the spill. McDonald's further alleged that the severe nature of the burns suffered by Miss Liebeck were worse than usual because of her older skin, making her more vulnerable to more serious injuries. A McDonald's executive testified that McDonald's had chosen not to warn its customers of the possible severe burns its coffee could cause because, quote, there are more serious dangers in restaurants, end quote. McDonald's human factors engineer admitted that the number of hot coffee burns suffered by McDonald's customers are again statistically insignificant in comparison to the 1 billion cups of coffee sold each year. Every single person, every expert, every executive, every employee, every quality assurance manager, they had testify on McDonald's behalf. My nightmare blunt rotation. Like every single soul-sucking, awful, terrible. Did they even prep these witnesses? And McDonald's had expensive lawyers, right? Like they have the cream of the crop, the best defense attorneys. They had all this money to spend on to defend this case. Instead of just paying Stella, don't even get me started. And this is the best that they come up with. This is almost unbelievably bad. Like unbelievably funny because it's not funny, but it's so bad. How could it be this bad? All the money in the world and you can't purchase common sense from a single attorney on your team. Crazy work, Mickey D's. Crazy work. The verdict. which was what sparked all of this public outrage at Stella Liebeck specifically. After deliberating for 4 hours, a 12-person jury reached its verdict on August 18th, 1994, again after a 7-day jury trial. Applying the principles of comparative negligence, the jury found that McDonald's was 80% responsible for the incident and Liebeck was 20% at fault. Though there was a warning on the coffee cup, the jury decided it was neither large enough nor sufficient. They awarded Liebeck $200,000 in compensatory damages, which was reduced by her 20% fault to $160,000. In addition, they awarded her $2.7 million in punitive damages. According to the New York Times, the jurors arrived at this figure from Liebeck's attorney's suggestion to penalize McDonald's for 2 days of coffee revenues, which was about $1.35 million per day, which just makes you more angry and enraged that they couldn't give her more than $800 when all she wanted was her medical bills paid and not even her fucking pain and suffering, and for her permanent disfigurement, for her quality of life being just significantly impaired for the rest of her life, for her poor life. This 79-year-old woman, I die. I want to bomb the place.
Yeah. I love you guys on that note. Thank you so much for watching my stream. I am Skycatlive and I am going to upload here, but I have to finish this video before I can do so, so I'm stopping the video, but I will continue the stream while I upload. Thank you so much for your time. I'm going to stop the recording, and thank you. Just a reminder, you've been watching Skycatlive. I'm a full-time variety gamer. Come to skycat.live and click on the cat space to donate. Come to the Twitch or the YouTube. Give me a like, sub, or a follow. Thank you so much for your time. I love you guys. Goodbye. Well, I'm sorry, on the video. Goodbye. But the stream will go on for probably 5 more minutes.